Hey everybody, how are you? Good to see everybody. Thanks so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. I got my little top on with a little colorful top. So first things first, I went back and looked at my last video and I missed so many of your comments. So I've got my phone here, I've got my tablet. I can't see the chat and I can't see the chat. I was even trying to research on how to make it bigger. I think there's a place where you can pop the chat out, but I don't know. It just, I can't see. So anyway, thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So I've been at 600, 599, 600, 599, 600. So I'm just going to do a giveaway video. Going to have my spirit animal with me. I've got some really cool things I'm going to give away in just one basket, but I'm going to make it worth your while since I missed my 500 milestone giveaway. And then there will be a $25 gift card to, I'm working with a couple of people. So, but it will be a good one. And so, yeah, so thanks everybody for coming. So let's see who's all in the chat so I can say hello. Can say hello. Oh, okay, let's see here. Who's all here? Blue Waters, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the information on the shrimp. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. So I've got your email. I'll send you an email. Candy Boo. Hey, Candy. Candy girl. Let's see. Punchy. How you feeling, Punchy? Hope you're still improving. I see that Candy has popped the GoFundMe into the chat. Please support our friend 54 Punchy. Um, I'll be making my donation tomorrow. I got too busy to do it today, but like I said, I will have made a commitment to give to that account. And so, yeah, please support for Punchy. The chat is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Hey, Maria. Let's see who else is here. The Saudi Reef. Thank you so much for coming. 54 Mac guy. Thanks so much for coming. Big D Smoke. Hello, hello. Annie and I. Thank you for coming. Crystal. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Hey, Pleco Whisper. I got your box here. Let's see. B-Stag. What's up, B-Stag? Let me go back through. Joy's Aquatics. Thank you for coming. Thanks so much for coming. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm going to do my best not to miss any questions. I'm like, wow, people were asking me stuff and I didn't respond. So I want to try to make sure I do respond. No, you haven't disappointed me at all, Blue Waters. I'm a very patient person. Yes, thank you. So yeah, the subscriber count is bounced back forth, but it's not. We're not gonna. So I think I said everyone. If you really want to ask me a question and you see I'm not answering, please add me. It'll highlight it. That way I know I'm answering your questions. Yeah. So let's see. Talked about the giveaway. So like I said, um, I am going to be doing a nice giveaway with the gift card in it, or store credit, or however me and the vendor decide to do that. Of course, I've got stickers. You can email me gmail.com or direct message me on Instagram, Matt Diva. So, and Remember that my funky nephew will be streaming at 9 o'clock tonight Eastern, Aquafunk Aquatic. So check him out. So new light story. So I got all those who follow me on Instagram, I scored a Blue Ball 3.0. Yay! So I went into my fish store yesterday, was it? My LFS? I don't know. Everything's a blur. This week has been crazy. Um, and I was, looking at the clearance as I always do. And there was a light there and it was an aqua sky. Is that a blue ball aqua sky? Oh no. And so let me look at the chat. And so the owner of the store was there, and I guess he was holding down the fort. And he said, "Oh, are you looking for a light?" And I said, "Not necessarily, but I always check your clearance." And so, hello, 2019 is mine. Oh, I know who that is. What's up? How you doing? So good to see you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming. And so, so anyway, so he was like, well, we just got a bunch of lights in. I guess somebody broke down their fish room, or I don't know where he got the lights from, but it was a lot of stuff back there. And so I went back there with them in the little back in the little storage room, and he said, I got the new Fluval light. And I go, new Fluval light? I said, 3.0? And he said, yeah. And I go, no. And he goes, so how big of a light do you want? You want like a 48 inch? I said, no, I want a 24. He said, well, the Flu Ball's 24 inch. And I'm like, because I need something for the 36 gallon. And I'm like, seriously? So my heart started racing. I got all excited. And I was like, oh my goodness. Hey, Larry D. Hi, what's up? Let me see. Hi, let's see. Noggle Star. Hey, what's up? Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Hey, Angie, what's up? What's up? And so anyway, so he brings out the user manual first, and I look at it and it just says full spectrum, and I'm looking for it to say Fluval 3.0. But I'm like, okay, he's a cool guy. He comes back and so it has a price on it of $60. And I'm like, so is this what you want for it? I'm always going to ask about the price, especially something like that. And so he goes on to tell me that the light was used on a sump, and that the guy only, or the person, he didn't say guy or gal, or female, male or female, had only used it for a few months, and it's in like new condition and no scratches or anything. And he hands it over to me, and it says $60. And I look at it, and I'm still kind of hesitant because the brochure did not say Fluval 3.0. So I'm like, okay. So I look at it, and think back to my dad. My dad would not pay full price for anything. He was going to try to talk you down, and he taught me to do that, and I've done it for years. And let me tell you guys a secret now. I have bought a lot of things for cash because my father told me that even in certain retail, especially for big items, there is a cash price. The reason is it has a cash price is because like most people want to finance things, and that takes on more paperwork, et cetera, et cetera. So there is like a cost associated with that. But if you tell them you're paying cash, if you say, well, look, I want to pay cash, like I bought a sofa and love seat. I told them I wanted to pay cash. I got a totally different price. Now, can't say that that's 100% going to always happen, but it doesn't hurt to ask them what's the cash price. So anyway, so it has $60 on it. So I said, well, I'll give you 50 for it. So he goes, sold. And I'm like, cool. So we get up to the cash register, And I go in my little wallet and I pull out a $50 bill. And he goes, "Oh, you gonna pay cash for it?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, I'll give it to you, $50 out the door." So I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. So not only did I save, knock him, talk him down to $50, which who knows what he paid for it, but still, I got it for $50 out the door. So that was a good thing. So I got a Fluval 3.0 score. That's right. That's right, Candy. Score for $50. And it looks good. Now, it runs a little hot. When I touched it today, it seemed like it was a little warm. And so I'm not sure if that is the case with it. But I am going to do some research on that. But it was running it was a little warm. Um, and it comes with I can show you on my phone real quick. I don't know if it'll show. I don't know if it'll connect, but let's see. So you operate it from the Fuball Smart app on your phone. And so you can do all kinds of really cool settings. And I'm sure you guys have seen Core, because Corey's one sold me on. I wouldn't even know what a Fluval 3.0 if it wasn't for Aquarium Co-op. So thank you, Corey. Even though I wasn't able to purchase it from you, I tried to get, I think he had a couple of open box ones on his site around the holidays, and every time I got ready to buy them, they were gone. I would look at them and then go, "Oh, I'll get it later." I think they were like open box returns or whatever. So I got a Fluval 3.0. Let me get back to the chat because I said I was going to start paying. Hey, Pet Sonics. Let's see. Hey, Mr. B, what's up? Hey, Spoiled Fish, how you doing? Hey, Donald's Fish Vibes, how you doing? I love your accent, by the way. Y'all check out all my mods. Check out all my folks in the chat. We've got some great channels here. Please make sure that you check them out. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. If I missed you, like I said, or if you have a question, you're welcome. Please add me so we can make sure that we answer your questions, because I don't want to miss any questions this time. And I'm gonna go back or put a question mark. So if I'm scrolling through the chat, to make sure that I'm answering your questions, because that really bothered me last week when I reviewed my video and realized people were asking me things and I wasn't responding, because that's what I'm here to do. Yay. So anyway, so look for the video for the new light. I have a mono shrimp in my tank. I don't know if I talked about that last week, but I've got some mono shrimp. I know that I was watching Corey's video last night, and he was talking about things to look for in your tank. I think that was the name of the video, and one of the things he talked about is when you have hair algae, it's an excess of iron. I can't remember. Candy might be able to might remember, but excess. So I'm going to do another big water change. Yep, iron. I'm going to do another big water change on that tank. I've got some more plants coming. I know my plant person is happy because I'm ordering plants from him again. But another thing, we've got Pet Sonics in the chat. Pet Sonics, I hope I'm saying that right. Pet Sonics has an amazing, amazing store. He said he's going, Diego, you said you're going to get me some mosses. Hello, but please check out Pet Sonics. He has all sort of things. He's got fishy things. He's got reptile things. He's got all kind of really cool things, and he supports the fish fam. So please support him. He said he was going to be ordering some more plants, so I'll be looking at those as well because I want to support. But please check out Pet Sonics. He's in the chat, and let me see. Yeah, so don't forget that everybody that's new to the chat, please remember one of our we're supporting one of our family members, 54 Punchy, and there's a link for the GoFundMe. No amount is too small, and we really appreciate it. If you want to be anonymous, you can even give anonymously, but we really appreciate it. So let's see, what else do I have? Okay, so I got a package today. I kind of know what's in here, but it's always fun to open stuff, right? Because who knows what might be something unexpected. But let's see what we got. Now, as you all know from my videos, opening boxes is not a strength of mine. Sure, I'll cut myself. Okay, this is from Big Easy. He said he was going to send me some stuff. Oh, I forgot about this. So I've been sending out a bunch of stickers. So Big Easy sent me some forever stamps. How sweet is that? Thank you. Thank you very much, Big Easy Pleco Whisper. Oh, heat pack. So for those of you who don't know, I am going to be really like dwindling down my Amica Splendicadias group. They are just exploding. I'll probably keep some males because they're beautiful fish. There's somebody, one of the Fish Fan members wants some, and then my LFS says they want some too. So thank you, Mark, for the heat packs, because that means I can start trying to net them bad. I'll probably have to do it next week. I'm off for Good Friday because one thing about having a planted tank, it's hard to catch fish in a planted tank. Let's see if anybody's asking me anything. Unboxing videos, thank you. Stingray lights. I just bought a light. What is it? I just bought a light. I don't think it's a Stingray. I just bought a Fenix. I bought a small 12-inch Fenix for my my 10-gallon. And some bags. Yoo-hoo. Yay. Thank you very much. These are great. So I can start bagging up and get those Amicas shipped out. And a shirt. Something fishy. From the store. Thank you. Love it. Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it so much. So yeah, let me see. So any questions? Let's see. That is so cool. Yes, he's Mark. He's such a. So let's talk about Big Easy. So Big Easy's Pleco Whisper is where we hang out. So you want to come, hang out, have a good time. I call it Cheers, and that might predate some of you guys, but Cheers was a place where everybody knew your name. You could go and talk and hang out and have a good time, and that's where we all meet up. So, subscribe and come and get on the panel and we could talk. It's I call it either of his channels. Both his channels are fish related, Pleco Whisper and Big Easy, and they're fish channels because he's a fish keeper. But I call it a lifestyle channel because we go there and we talk and we hang out and talk about food and we cook and we do all kind of really cool stuff. And he's a really great guy. And so if you ever want to come and just hang out, come on over. We'd love to have you. Yep. So yeah, check out Big Easy site. Let's see here. He had the whole damn thing. So that's an inside joke. I'm going to tell the story because it's hilarious. So Big Easy and another one of our wonderful Fish Fam members, Jesse, they got together and they went to a restaurant and they had all this food, and so he had a lot left, and so he asked the he asked the waitress for a to go box, and she looked at all that food and went, for the whole damn thing. So whenever you hear us say that or you see that show up in the chat, that's what we're talking about. Let me see. Hello, Dan. Hey, Dan, what's up? Hey, Bob. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Any questions? Yes, it's all good times. Yes, it is. It's a wonderful place to hang out. Almost missed you playing in the tanks. You got some cool stuff going on over there, Bob. You got some really cool stuff going on over there. I've been enjoying your videos. Like I said, please make sure you check out all our mods and all the people in the chat. Make sure you show them some love. We've got some great channels, some great, very knowledgeable fish keepers here with a variety of fish. We've even got some salty people in here tonight. Thank you for coming. And so, yeah, we've got some really great fish keepers, lots of variety, lots of things, and I mean, just amazing fish keepers. So make sure you check them out. Let's see. Hey, Cam is here. Hey, Cam, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Anybody else? Any questions? You on the top of the list, Pam? Unboxing to get back to next. Okay. Hey, Bob. Yeah, so other than that, I've had a super busy week. I've had recruiters in all week. So it's been super, super busy. I've been going in super early to prepare for them because not only am I the coordinator, I consider myself a concierge. The customer service is paramount with me. So I want to make sure that our employers that come in to recruit our students are super happy, well taken care of, because they can choose some other institution to go and recruit the students. And I want them to go back and be able to say, wow, I went to this university and they treated me really well. I'm going to go back, because, I think that's really important because, we want to make sure our students can get jobs, right? Yeah, but other than that, everything is doing really well. All the tanks are doing really good. So, like I said, I'm off Good Friday. Going to get that fish room started. Really want to get that started. That is at the top of my list. And I might do a summer tub and put some of my golden white clouds in them. See if I can get them to breed some more. They're doing pretty good though. Once I put so I watch Mark's Aquatics, I think it is. And Mark's Aquatic is, I think he's over in the UK. He has a little bit of an accent. And so he been doing a lot of breeding videos. So if you're looking for some breeding videos, Mark's Aquatics, check him out. He's been breeding everything from angelfish to tetras. I think last week he was breeding some gouramis, but he does some really good breeding videos. And I saw his video on breeding white cloud minnows, and he said just basically put some Java moss or something in there for them and they'll breed. And they did. I mean, it was really simple. I was wondering why they weren't breeding all alone. I just had a large plant. But anyway, so I'm getting some new plants. I'm getting another a Pontageton. Can I pronounce it? No, I can't. I don't, I don't pronounce plant names, fish names. Just not my thing. I'll let the real fish geeks pronounce those names. I have no clue. So yeah, so I'm getting some more plants, and hopefully I will get some more stuff. I will definitely get some more stuff from Diego. And so please make sure you check out Pet Sonics. He has an amazing store, really very um, competitive prices. And like I said, he supports the Fish Fam. So if you have the opportunity, please support him. Let's see here. What else? Anything else I want to talk about? We're only 23 minutes in. David, did you start a video showing yourself, or it took you some time to build up to the courage? And when did you start doing the live chats? So it took me some time. Um, and when I first started, I didn't want to show my face. I'm somewhat of an introvert, believe it or not. And, as a woman of a certain age, I wasn't sure how people would receive the fact that an older woman was doing videos and trying to talk to them about fish, even though I have over 40 years. Okay, you see the head? I'm doing the head thing. Did you know? Stop. Let me stop. Um, and even though I have over 40 years of experience keeping fish, I just wasn't sure how people would, I was just a little shy. And so let me read your whole comment so I can make sure. Did you start your video showing yourself? Okay, so I answered that part, or it took you some time to build up the courage. Yes, it did. It took a little while. And then after a while, I felt comfortable once people started subscribing and I was getting likes and great comments. So, yeah. And when did you start doing the live chats? So I've done lives, very informal lives before. I've done them like in my car before they made the changes with the cellular phone thing, device thing. And then, of course, being on Big Easy Stream and Pleco was for stream and getting on the panel, that helped a little bit. That makes you a little bit more comfortable. So that helped. Um, so I've probably been doing the live chats for about a year, but I started this series because I'm hoping to supplement my retirement income by being monetized. I'm not trying to get rich off of it, but it won't hurt. I'm putting a lot of effort into it, so why not get something out of it? And so these live streams really help with getting your hours up. So that's why I started this series, so I can try to build my hours up. So yeah, so thanks for the question. That was a good question. Didn't show myself because I didn't want to show my face. Just another. I thought the most of the people on here relate. That's right. That's absolutely right, Bob. I mean, we come in all shapes and sizes, just like our fish. So, take it or leave it. If you don't like, what I look like or whatever, you know, that's your prerogative. That's your people just aren't going to subscribe, but that's fine. But as I see here, I've got all these people in the, here, today, you know, and they're supporting me, and I really appreciate that. And so, yeah, so, and please hit the like button. I think you have to be subscribed to be able to chat, but if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. So let's talk about let's see, anything new and exciting going on out there in the fish world? Anybody got new fry? Anybody got new tanks? Anything new and exciting going on? Let me see. You was Bye, Pet Sonic. See you later. Hey, Emma. You thought I was in my 40s? Thank you. I'm young at heart. uh, let's see. Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh God. There's some interesting conversation back banter going on in the chat. I'm just gonna stay out of it. But anyway, let's see what else is new. Oh, but I asked everybody if there anybody got any new fish, anything. 3 betas today, one for each of my aquariums. That's cool, Pet Sonic. Does Mountain Dew give me heartburn? I can't. Well, let's see. Last time I drank a Mountain Dew was when I was pregnant with my daughter. Until my instructor told me you shouldn't be drinking that Mountain Dew while you're pregnant. I craved Mountain Dew. I would get up in the morning and want it, but I haven't drank it since because it makes my heart race. Let me see. Just got 3 new guppies for my 55-gallon tank. That's awesome. Guppies are cool. I think most fish keepers at some point have either kept guppies or goldfish. I know I had tons of them. Matter of fact, a year ago, I gave away a lot of guppies. I had tons and tons and tons of guppies. Let me see. Hello, Angela Baird. Thanks for coming. I don't have the heart, so I don't worry about it. Yep, yep. Yeah, so yeah, guppies. I had, oh, shoot. So I don't know if you all have ever heard this story, but when I first got my first, it was a fishbowl. Sorry. Please forgive me. It was a fishbowl. And it was a molly in it. It was either that or a goldfish I started with. Oh, I think I got the goldfish. And he went to fishy heaven. And then, so I wanted another fish. And my dad was like, okay, you can get a fish, but you have to get one. And I was like, okay. And I went to the library and I was like doing some research. That's when you had to go to the library. You couldn't look things up on your phone. You had to actually go to the library and get a book. And so I was doing some research and I saw these beautiful mollies. And I was like, oh, so I started reading up on them. And I found out they were live bears. And I thought that was really cool because I wanted to see fish have babies. I thought that was fascinating just to see an animal have a baby. I thought that was cool. And so as I kept reading, of course, it showed what the molly would look like when it was pregnant. And so I said, oh, really cool. And so I was like, So my dad said, well, you can only buy one fish. So I was like, okay. So back then, we went to the pet store and I'm looking at the mollies. It was a black molly, I'll never forget. And I was probably 12 or so. So that was many, many, many moons ago. And so I I looked at the fish that were in the aquarium and I picked out one that was pregnant because I was like, okay, but he said I could only buy one fish. And so I got it home, had it in a little fish in habitat, and days later it had babies. So my father came into my room and he goes, I thought I told you could only buy one fish. I said, I only bought one fish. And I ended up with a bunch of mollies. Yeah, they didn't live very long because that was before we knew about all the other stuff. So in that book, it obviously did not tell me that you need a filter and you need da 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 da. But I eventually, my science teacher found out that I wanted fish. So she told me that everything to do to get the fish. And so I went and got a filter. And that's when I don't think we used heaters back then. I don't remember heaters. I just remember having that silver aquarium with the silver around it with the slate bottom, black slate bottom, and the little triangular shaped um, filter with the filter floss and the charcoal in it. That's all I had in that tank, and some gravel, pink gravel probably, and some fake plants, and probably one of those little treasure chests that bubbled and went up and down because everybody had those back then. You either had that treasure chest or I think there was if you were really cool, not that you weren't cool with the treasure chest, but if you were really cool, you had one of those scuba divers that had the bubbles that came out the helmet. That was it. The fish, so the fish that were available, and this was in the 70s, so you all can figure out how old I am. I don't care. Um, Back then, I want to say there might have been, as far as what they call the bread and butter fish, because the fish wall wasn't big. It might have been like 6, 7 tanks, and that was it. I don't even remember saltwater. I think saltwater was a whole other type of fish store. I think they were more specialized. But the regular pet stores only had like maybe 6 tanks. And there were like mollies, guppies, zebra danios, but they didn't call them zebra danios, they called them zebra fish. Maybe some, I don't even think there were platies, and goldfish. Maybe a couple of varieties, some comets or whatever. That was it. There, nothing near what we have now. I mean, it was very limited. I mean, to what you could get back then. And that might have been because of where I live. It might have been different in different parts of the country, but I live in Ohio, and that's all we had. So, you didn't have a lot of options. It was just those. Yep, and so I was born in the 70s. Okay, Crystal. There was not that many fish choices. No, no. People, especially parents, still want to get their kids a fish bowl with at least 2 or 3. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. So one of my students that has graduated and since gotten married and had a baby went and got her daughter a fish and posted it on Facebook. Well, of course, I had to instant message her and let her know that she couldn't keep that fish. I don't remember what kind of fish it is. In a, I think it might, is it a beta? No, it's not a beta because those are. So somebody was talking about the most mis ill treated fish, betas, guppies, goldfish, because people think, back in the day, people had betas in large jars that had like some type of little apparatus or something at the top of the peace lily. And supposedly they didn't have to feed it because the beta would eat the roots. And I don't, yeah. Yeah. And then, so yeah, I was born in the 70s. Okay, younger people, I get it. All the young people are here, but I'm glad you're here. But let's see, 70s was a very good time for me. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Yeah, I graduated from high school in the 70s. Okay, yeah. So let me see. Any other questions? It's amazing. I'm able to type. Bob, you and I are pretty close in age. 80s. Hey, Joy says she's an 80s baby. Neons, Platties, and Molly's. I was born in the 80s. Dan said he was born in the 80s. Yeah, so back in the day, you just had a silver. If you had an aquarium, it was silver with a slate bottom, 10-gallon. I don't remember seeing big tanks. I'm sure there were, but they didn't keep them in the pet store. Those little box filters with the charcoal and the filter floss. Very simple. Might have been some rocks in the bottom to weigh it down. I don't really remember. And that was it. It was very simple. I don't even remember lights or anything. I just remember the aquarium and the little box filters. So, yeah. So, yeah, goldfish, mollies, guppies, zebra danios. And they didn't even call them zebra danios, they call them zebrafish. So, that's all I can remember from back then. And then as I got older, and then when I visited Florida, that's when I first started seeing a lot of saltwater fish. When I would visit my grandmother, so I'm originally from Florida, but I grew up in Ohio. But I would go, we would take a vacation to Florida every year to see my grandmother and my aunts. And that's when I started seeing saltwater aquariums. And they still were not like in people's homes. Seemed like they were more at restaurants and different types of public spaces. I remember going to SeaWorld when I was young. Um, but I don't remember really, you know. So let me tell you a funny story. It's not really funny. I don't know if I want to tell that story. Let's just say that I remember catching crabs, small crabs, and keeping them in a big wash tub at my aunt's house in Florida. So I've been around fish, just always kept fish. I used to catch crawfish. When I became older, there was a creek behind my grandmother's house here in Ohio, and I would go and catch crawfish, and I would sell them to the fishermen for a nickel each. That's how I used to get my candy money. And none of the other girls wanted to be bothered with those crayfish, but I've always been what would been considered a tomboy back then, but I just loved the animals. Um, I was telling a story the other day about I caught a praying mantis and I took it to school with me, and my teacher put it in a aquarium something. And so it had babies. So me and the boys took the babies out and put them on all the girls' desks. Yeah, we did that. We sure did. Yeah, we used to catch crayfish to bring them home and steal my sister's Barbie pool and keep them in the backyard. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see here. Play Next Door, 79. So everybody's talking about, everybody likes stories. I got a ton of them. Pam's got the best stories though. Pam's stories are way better than me. What was she talking about the other night? Well, I remember hearing about some different types of bear poop, how to tell the difference between certain bear poop. I remember that. I think I love Pam and I stayed awake, which was really late. But I think I was kind of dozing in and out, but I do remember something about bear poop. Oh my God. Hey, K Town, thanks for coming. See these, we've got some reefers here too, which is something I kind of want to get into. But I don't know if you guys know or not, but I had two green spotted puffers that somebody sold me as freshwater which when they're born, they are kind of freshwater, but they need to, as they get older, they need to be reverted to salt. And so I sold them to my LFS, but I wish I would have kept them. But the only reason I didn't is because I just thought that having to mix that salt was going to be just too much. But I want a saltwater aquarium, so now I wish I would have kept the this. That would have kind of been like the gateway to a reef tank, I guess. Me learning how to check the specific gravity and the salinity and all the little things you need to. I don't know if those two are the same, but I even have one of those refractometer thingies that somebody gave me a long time ago. I don't even know where I got it from them. They were like, "You want this?" I was like, "Yeah." I just took it, and then I learned later, found out what it was. But so at one point, I wanted a giant clam. Then I was like, "No, don't get the giant clam." Then I thought about seahorses, and I thought they're too hard to grow. But I really want to go to this big barbecue, this saltwater barbecue. It's in my state. What is the name of that place? I wonder if anybody. Tidal Gardens. Tidal Gardens. Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. Tidal Gardens has this big barbecue every year. I guess it's a big deal. And I watch their streams on Saturday. I think he does them on Saturday afternoon, seem like, or Saturday like 4 or 5. Tidal Gardens. And I look at those beautiful, beautiful corals, and I want some so bad. Let's see here. Madfish Diva. Kind of want to get into saltwater, but also need to get settled in freshwater fit. Yep. Yeah. So, like I said, I've been keeping tanks. Now, my brothers had huge, like, they had to be 200-gallon saltwater tanks. I think one of my brothers used to actually catch coral, which might be illegal now, and bring it back from Florida. Um, but both my brothers had huge, huge saltwater tanks. I mean, huge. They would take up like a whole wall in these big stands with the big hood and everything on them. And I always thought they were so gorgeous, but I know that they took a lot of work. And if you get into something like that, you're going to have to really be dedicated to it. And so I enjoy being out and about a lot, especially once the weather breaks. And so when you make that commitment, even with freshwater tanks, once you make that commitment, you want to be able to give those animals the best care. So that's something that you have to think about when you're getting fish tanks. So, I have kind of limited myself because, like, right now, it's taking me, when I do full maintenance on all my aquariums, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 aquariums up and running right now, with my largest being the 55 and my smallest being 5.5s. Maintaining all of those tanks, and then my tanks require huge water changes, especially the Hillstream tank. Cleaning the filters, because I have sponge filters and hang on the backs, which require maintenance as well. Cleaning, because all of my hang on the backs is not just pop a cartridge out and pop a new one in, or rinse it off and pop it back in. I use sponges and biomedia in all my hang on backs. So that means that requires maintenance as well. And then another thing that I'm sure there are videos out there about, but you definitely want to check your impalers, because oftentimes when your hang on the backs are burning out, that's because there's debris and stuff in that impaler shaft. And so you want to make sure you go in and clean that out. And that takes a lot of work. And so, especially sponge filters and squeezing them out and getting them clean. And so, in order to really keep a healthy tank and have good, what they call husbandry, it requires time. So when you're getting tanks and setting them up, that's what I want to tell a lot of new fish keepers. Running out, getting the tank, the expense of the tank and all of that kind of stuff. That's the easy part. the maintenance is going to be. So there's a commitment involved. And so I have tried to limit my tanks. That's why I really don't have super huge tanks, and have tried to kind of manage, how many tanks I have, is because I have a huge family. I have grandkids that are very active and want me to do things with them. And I don't ever want it to get to the point where, not that I'm not spending time with my children, my grandkids, that would never be the case, but where I'm feeling like I'm not enjoying what the hobby because I'm spending so much time on maintenance. So that's my philosophy as a fish keeper. Everybody's philosophy may be different, but that's how I look at it. So that's why I've kind of limited, I've had opportunities to have lots and lots of huge tanks. Now, with that said, I do want to get a 75 because I want it to be fully decked out, planted, whatever. That's probably going to add another hour to my maintenance, doing water changes, making sure the filters are clean, all of that stuff. But I'm willing to make that commitment. But something else I might have to, you know, maybe when I retire, I want a discus tank. That's what I want. That's something I really want. But I know that I don't have the time and the dedication to keep a discus tank, not based on a lot of the common wisdom that we hear about keeping discus. So that's why I don't have a discus tank. I could easily go buy them. But I am moving over to the shrimpy side. Anybody who was here earlier heard that I'm getting shrimp. That's not the, that's what the 10 gallons of. That's not the shrimp that I just gave it away, my surprise. But oh well, we're going to be a surprise for long. Anybody who's been watching my updates on Instagram know all the elements of that tank spell shrimp. But there's a special type of shrimp that I'm getting, and I'm really excited about it. I've been talking with somebody on Instagram about it, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to show you. So let me make sure. Oh, Jesse's here. Hey, Jesse. Hey, TJ's Fish and Reptiles. How are you? Hey, Fish Tropic. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Can't wait to see your shrimp. I can't wait either. And awesome on Shrimp Diva. Yes, yes, yes. It took me a while. It happened by coincidence that I'm getting them, but that's fine. Yeah, I want discus too, Candy. Yes, I'm good. Okay. Hi, TJ. Everybody saying hello. Gonna lay down a little bit after the stream. Get some rest, Punchy. Take care of yourself, sweetheart. If a lady is doing it's still husbandry. Good one. Yeah, I guess so, K-Town. Let me go back to the chat. Like I said, I don't want to miss any questions. It's okay, Jesse. I'm glad you made it. Bye, Donald. Thanks so much for coming. Can't wait to see that face on video. Donald has some amazing, he has a huge koi tank, and then he's got a huge cichlid tank. So if you get the opportunity, check out Donald's Fish Vibes. Plus he's got that nice accent too. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Big Smoke. But thanks for coming, Big Smoke. Let me see. That's what I've been doing. I fell asleep last night. Yep. Let's see. So I don't think I missed any questions. Let me make sure. Yeah, brackish and blackwater tanks. But you know what? Another thing I really want is I want a 6-foot tank. I want to do a real biotope. Now, with that said, somebody in my Hillstream Loach group wants to do a manifold tank for his Hillstreams. So, shut your mouth, Diva. I didn't say nothing. But I would just like to have like maybe 6 foot long, low boy, with just mostly rocks. No, not even planet, just rocks and maybe sand. And then have maybe a little flow in it, of course. But I would love that. I've seen videos of those types of tanks and I'm just like gaga over them. I think they're just beautiful. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Susie Q. Hey, girl. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Thanks so much. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Motorcycle mama. Girl, you and that bike. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me remind everybody that we've got the GoFundMe in the chat. Candy posted it for 54 Punchy. We are helping to support her. So if you have a moment, please, consider donating. Like I said, no donation is too small. And if you want to remain anonymous, you can do so. But I will be donating, won't you? Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Anything else interesting? Hey, Lilani. Hey, Lilani. Lilani's got a great cooking channel. She be making some good food. Yeah, check her out. Check out everybody. Check out my mods, especially because they're so awesome. Check out, make friends. We've got some great fish keepers here doing some great things. We've got some reptile keepers here also doing some great things. Check out, and some saltwater people here doing some great saltwater things. So if you want to learn about fish, even though you may not be able to keep them right now, just the more you learn, the more educated you are, I think the better. So please do, please check them out. Yeah, I've been watching so many shrimp videos. Oh my God. But is it Mark Shrimp? Mark Shrimp? Is that the one? I watch a lot of his videos. He's got some good, of course. Everybody knows Flip Aquatics. Hello, the emperor of shrimp. Um, LRB Aquatics. He's great shrimp keeper. We've got really lots of really good shrimp content online on YouTube. A lot of the Fish Fam members are shrimp keepers, and so the sky's the limit as far as what you can learn. So I'm just absorbing as much information. I'm learning about Caridina and Neocaridina shrimp and how to keep those. There seems like there are different requirements, but then I've heard people keeping them together. So no, don't know about that. So I am getting Caridina and Neocaridina shrimp, and I have the Amano shrimp. So I'm just trying to absorb as much information as possible. Thanks for coming, Jesse. Bye-bye. Hey, Lee and Mandy, thanks for coming. Hello, how are you? You're from across the pond, right? You in the UK, if I recall? Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm doing both. Dan. Yep. And so the Caridina shrimp, from what I've read, require a special substrate, a buffering substrate. I bought Swassertang. I'm going to have to buy RO water from my LFS and remineralize it using salty shrimp. Special food. Yeah, but the Neocaridina, I guess, aren't that, I don't know. I'm going to find out. I mean, the person who I'm getting them from, he told me a bunch of stuff to do to keep them. So, yeah, so that tank has been cycling. It's going on its 3rd week. So he'll be shipping them to me. And in 3 weeks. So I'm gonna let that tank cycle for. So when I set up the tank, I put in. I bought some type of moss, paleo moss. What kind of moss? From Aquarium Co-op. I bought some Sawasa Tang from Boost Plants. I bought some. Oh, I did buy some paleo. That's not paleo moss. What's that other moss I bought? Because the paleo, no, no, it's not paleo. I bought, God, what's that plant called? And it died back, but I'm gonna leave it because with it's a rhizome plant, and the one thing about rhizome plants, even though they may die back, if the rhizome is still intact and you see any green on it whatsoever, do not throw it away. And I had to check myself because I got ready to like throw it away because it had died back so bad when I got it. Yeah, so I put a filtered sponge filter in there from one of my other tanks. I got some other plants from Lucky Schmuck I put in there. I bought a piece of Malaysian, is it Malaysian driftwood? No, it's what's that other kind of driftwood? It is, I can't think of what it's called, but I put the swasutang on that other driftwood. Mopani wood. That's the kind of wood I got. I bought Tropica Aquasoil, which is $29 for a bag like this. Stuff's expensive. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it is expensive. Yeah. And I got a heater for that, which I already had a heater because I I buy a lot of fish stuff that I don't need, especially if it's on clearance. And so yeah, so I'm getting there, Dan, but I'm gonna have about to work too. Okay, okay. The Mopani is so nice. I have it in my planter tank. Yes, it's a beautiful wood, and then I wrapped it with I don't I use super glue on some applications, but I prefer not to. So I wrapped this, added, and I got this from Mark's shrimp tanks, I think too. So I wrapped the added the Sawasser tang to the Mapani wood with green quilting thread. It needs to be cotton thread. I don't like using the fishing line. I don't know. I don't care for that. I prefer to use the thread. Let's see. Let me see. Make sure to give the Tropica plenty of time. It's one of the ones that causes a spike early on. Yeah, now you know what? I thought that. I thought that, and I also thought that the what's that other shrub? The stratum, that they leach ammonia. So, but he told me that they don't. But I'm still giving it 6 weeks and doing made and water changes. So and feeding it flake food to help to keep it to cycle it. Is Maria leaving? Bye, Maria. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Any other questions? I was trying to work. Yep. Sounds like you'll have some spoiled shrimp. Yeah, I'm obsessive about things, just like those Hillstream loaches. It once I kind of dive into stuff, I'm in. I'm all in. I obsessed over those hill streams. I really did. You can ask anybody that was here with me on the journey because I drove them crazy. I drove the Big Easy, Jesse, um, and others. Yeah, 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 it, yeah. So obsessed. Let's see. Ha 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 ha. What's Mr. B up to? Yay! Come on over to the shrimp side, Mr. B. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, you are from the UK. I thought so. Oh, we got a troll in here. Don't be coming up in here. You don't understand who you. My mods, they don't play. The trick to remember, Diva, is you can keep Neos in Caradina perimeters, but not vice versa. So you can keep because Neos don't require the additional stuff, but the Caradina require all the special treatment, right? And the RO water and the da da da. Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. Got to run. Okay, talk that. Yep. Are you? Yep. Talk. Answer that. I want to do a Fowler tank one day because I love Monterey eels. Ooh, that would be cool. Monterey eels are awesome, but they look like they would eat you. So how do you clean that tank? Because they look like they would clamp on the little beaks. Oh, we love you, Punchy. We got you. We got you. So I'm at my time. I actually went over by a couple of minutes. I don't want to hold you all too long. Stay tuned for 2 videos. One about the giveaway. I'm going to have my spirit animal help me with this weekend. And then the one on the Flu Ball 3.0 light that I scored this week. Score. And so I thought about it all week and I came up with my catch line. Let me know if somebody else is using this. So first of all, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the support. Please like this video. I'm so glad you guys came to hang out with me. I really enjoy the interaction and all the things we learned because I learned a lot and I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed my stories. I love you guys. You know you're close to my heart. And so my catchphrase will be keep it splashy, not trashy. Diva out. Bye bye.